Hey everybody, it's Lori. I am here because I'd like to share my latest mini album with you. This one was made with the DCWV Primrose stack, which is an absolutely beautiful stack of paper. Everything in this album, all the papers, all the cutouts, all the tags, came from just that one paper stack. So it was really nice not to have to hunt the internet for extra ephemera and things that matched the paper, because this had it all. So what I did for the design of this mini album is I kind of loosely followed the tutorial by Ginger, who is my sister Scrapper here on YouTube, for her vertical paper bag mini album. And I set it up basically the way she did, but I just kind of changed some of the flaps and such, so it's not exactly like hers, but the basic construction of the book is following her tutorial, so I still want to give 100% credit to her, because I never would have come up with this idea on my own, that's for sure. I used the hidden hinge binding method that was designed by Orta. And I will put her link as well as Ginger's in the description below. And let's see, I changed it just a little bit here with my closure. I just added a couple extra pieces of chipboard so I could make a flap like that with a magnet closure. And then what I did was I took a pendant piece here from Michael's, and I glued it on to the flap, and then I took a, oh gosh, what do you call these little rings? Jump ring. That's what it's called. I took a little jump ring and I hooked it on to the pendant, and then I took some Tim Holtz ball chain and I strung it along over here with one of the swivel clasps, and I set an eyelet here in the side, and just took some seam binding that I colored a few different colors with Distress Stain, and tied it in a little bow and hooked the swivel clasp onto it. And it doesn't really serve a purpose, it's just there for decoration, but what's funny is the magnet is so strong in there that it keeps wanting to grab the ball chain, so I might have to hang some heavy charms on here or something just to weight it down a little bit so it doesn't keep popping up there. And then I took a couple of doilies here that were spare parts doilies from Hobby Lobby that were white, and I just colored them a couple of different colors of Distress Stain. And then some of the gemstone pieces from Hobby Lobby, the spare parts brand, that I glued on the top of there. And let's go inside here. On the inside front cover, I have a Recollections flower with some Martha Stewart bling in the middle there. It's a flat back pearl, and some washi tape from the Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby. And down here I have a wooden clock that is a Recollections piece, and I've got one of these multi-fold out photo mats here, and I just took a piece of pink string here that I had in my stash and wound it around here. And this is a gemstone piece, and gosh, I'm not sure, I think it might have come from Michael's in the clearance section, but I don't think it's Recollections. And I glued that on there, and then this just opens up like this, so you can fit several photos there. And then over here on this page, I just took a cutout from the paper and made a little pocket down here. Another one of those gemstone pieces from Hobby Lobby. I took one of the cutouts from the paper, one of the little ticket cutouts, and stuck it in the pocket there. And then this is a cutout from the paper, makes a nice big tag or photo mat for journaling or photos. And then the big photo mat inside the bag here looks like this. And what I did, because on the top of these big photo mats I used Martha Stewart decorative border punch. The more you handle them, the more flimsy they get, so I thought maybe if I put some washi tape on there it would help, strengthen it up a little bit, which it did, but it's still kind of weathering already at the edges here. I don't know if there's anything that I can do to avoid that. And then I made two little flaps here that just open up like this. And then I used a Spellbinders die here, and a little cutout from the paper. And one thing I have a question for anybody that might know that uses these Spellbinders dies, when you use these really fancy decorative ones, I use a Cuttlebug for my die cutting, and I always end up having to use one of those paper piercer things to poke out the holes because it doesn't seem to really cut all the way through, so it ends up being kind of a big pain to use these. They're pretty, but they don't cut all the way through, and I was just wondering if that's because I'm using a Cuttlebug or if all of the machines that cut dies, if you end up having to do the same thing, or what am I doing wrong? If somebody can enlighten me, I would be grateful. Oh, and I just put a little bit of washi tape on the edges here too because they were rubbing. I didn't have them far enough away from the hinge, and so they were rubbing and starting to rip a little bit, so I put some washi tape on there. And then over here I just made a couple of pockets with a couple tags and some ribbon tied on the ends that I got from some Etsy store. If I can track down my purchase to see which store it was, I will put that in the description as well. And then over on this page I made a little pocket down here with a Martha Stewart decorative punch and another little ticket from the paper and another big tag. And here is the photo mat for this one with some more washi tape. And then this flap goes up, and on the top flap here, I figured this could just be used for a nice good sized photo mat, and I've got a couple of cutouts here from the paper that I added. And then this photo mat here folds down, and I've got a Martha Stewart punch for the border, and folds up. And then on this page, I took one of the cutouts and I made a corner pocket here and stuck another one of the tags that's a cutout from the paper. And this flaps open like this. And then for this page here, I took another cutout and made a pocket out of it. I'm having a heck of a time getting this whole thing in frame. Bear with me here. And another tag here. And then some more cutouts that I added for decoration. And then in the middle page here, I took a little piece from the paper and made a stopper point at the bottom and did a belly band with a border punch and made a nice big tag from this cutout. This paper has just about everything in it, everything that I love. And then on this page I took a little metal filigree piece from Butterbee Scraps and one of those shabby rosettes from Lavish Laces and a nice tag here that's a cutout. And let's see, and this photo mat looks like this with some more washi tape at the top. And this photo mat here folds out, it's like a trifold, so several spaces for pictures there. And on this page here I have a piece of a wedding dress applique there and another Spellbinders die and a little tag cut out from the paper. And I made a little corner pocket down here from just a piece of the paper and a border punch. And then this little flower here came from Michael's and the clearance section that I got a long time ago. And then this flaps up, and we've got some more cutouts here from the paper for journaling, big Spellbinders die, and another cutout here for a tag. And then on this page I made another little pocket down here with another cutout. And this here piece here came from, I think it was probably a table runner or something, and I just cut a piece of it off and colored it pink and kind of stained it up a little bit and glued it on there with a little cutout from the paper for some journaling. And then this photo mat section goes out like that. Several places there for some little pictures. And on this page, I made another corner pocket down here and stuck a tag in there. And then here's a nice big tag. Another big photo mat. And this photo mat looks like this. And on the next page, another little pocket down here with a border punch and a cutout from the paper. And another shabby rosette from Lavish Laces and a brad from Hobby Lobby in the center. And then these flaps open. One goes this way, one goes the other way. And I didn't put anything on these particular pages because the paper's so pretty. I didn't really want to cover it all up, and I figure if you put a photo here and a photo somewhere on here, you could still see some of the pretty paper. And here's another cutout from the paper that I use as a stopper, and a belly band here with some lace and a piece of the paper that I border punched. The lace came from a big flea market. Another big tag here. Tag or photo mat, I suppose I should say. And that's another thing about these border punches. If you don't glue them down, boy, they sure rip easy. So if anybody has any suggestions for how to strengthen those up, let me know. And over here I've made just a little tiny pocket down at the bottom with a border punch and stuck this cutout in there. And the photo mat looks like this. And this section here is just a little booklet of photo mats with some more cutouts from the paper. And over here, I took another cutout and made a pocket out of it, and then made a nice big tag. A couple more cutouts from the paper. And on this page, another pocket down here with a border punch and a cutout for a little tag. And up here is another cutout from the paper, and actually two cutouts from the paper. One I glued down for a pocket and the other one I made a little tag out of. And underneath here is a little piece of a doily that I got at a flea market that I just cut off and glued a piece of it down. And the big photo mat on this one looks like this. And the washi tape that I've used is a variety of Prima, Recollections, and some from Hobby Lobby. And then this flaps up, and then this flap is a cutout from the paper I made a pocket out of, and then a tag out of another one of the cutouts. Oops. And then a tag here. And on this page, I took a couple of brads that are spare parts from Hobby Lobby, and I popped the backs of them off, and I glued one down here and one down here. And then I took a piece of that pink string again and wound it around there for this photo mat. It's a mini waterfall. And then another little banner piece from paper. And on this side, I made a corner pocket with a border punch, another one of those pink flowers from Michaels, and another little tag from the paper collection. And then this photo mat section folds down like that, and you can put some more photos on the back there, and just back up. And then on the little side piece here, I just made a couple of pockets and stuck some more tags that are cutouts from the paper. And then this little ticket. And here's the other side of the eyelet. I just glued a little bow into place. to keep it from wiggling around. And that's it. I love this paper collection. I've been hoarding it for a while, but I had been wanting to use it, so I'm so glad that I finally did. So I think I covered everything, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Take care.